everyone, this is Joan, and it's early in the morning and my voice has not quite woke up, but I did want to say this while I still had it on my mind. This is a picture of Chris Rock, and he's being escorted to, I think this is when he was getting on the bus or getting off the bus for his tour. And to me, I just feel hurt just looking at his face. I mean, everybody is like, oh, Will Smith has a problem. We need to get him some help. Wait a minute. He just publicly humiliated a man who said something about his wife's hair or lack thereof. There have been other comedians who have come on after this. One comedian, what did he say? He's said something about Will Smith, your wife is a cantankerous garden instrument. Another guy, a white guy, Gervais or something, they asked him to answer when people said, well, Will Smith wouldn't have done this if you had hosted. And he said, well, Will Smith wouldn't have done it to me because I wouldn't have said anything about his wife's hair. I would have said something about her boyfriend. So all these people are clowning Will Smith, but he hits the one who says the absolute least. And there's another show, the Joseph Morris show, where he pulled up another video from TikTok that shows that Jada Pinkett Smith was laughing right after Chris Rock got hit. Now, to me, the person to watch is Chris Rock. I mean, because during his show, he said that everything was going well except for what happened over the weekend. But it seems like he also got divorced a few years ago and had to give up a lot of his money. He also said that, I can't remember, but it was something else that's kind of sad. And I heard that his brother, Tony Rock, is definitely supporting him. But I hope that whoever is nearby Chris Rock, I think give the brother a hug. He has been through a whole lot, and he's gone through it publicly. He has said that he was bullied before. Now, he is a guy with a small frame. Yeah, he probably was bullied. And the thing I wanted to look at also, and this may be stretching, but I've always wondered about Chris Rock's name. Because to me, it's a very religious name, because Chris is so close to Christ. And what is the Savior, the Rock? And then, so to me, he just seems like a religious figure almost. And then when you have Will Smith, well, Will is like saying that, like, this is what I'm going to do. And Smith is kind of a reference to magic or Freemasonry or something. Well, really Freemasonry. So it's kind of like these two publicly, this was not a brawl. This was not an altercation. This was an assault. And I really do think that even if the problem is that Will Smith has issues that he couldn't protect his mother 40 years ago, and he feels like he needs to protect every woman in the whole world, well, to me, I look at this is a man protecting his preference. Or he's not even protecting his preference. There are people saying all kinds of stuff about what he and his wife have allowed into their bedroom. Nobody wanted, I sure didn't want to know. Everybody had been hearing for like 20 years that they had an open marriage. But until they brought it up, it was a rumor, and generally, who cares? Y'all go do your thing, We have all heard that, okay, well, they adjust each other's beards. Okay, cool, go over there and beard away. But to attack somebody for saying just the smallest thing that I still say could have been interpreted as career advice. She would make a great G.I. Jane. She just would. She's got the personality for it, and now she has the look. Now, I think that, a lot of people are looking at this and saying, well, maybe it was some sort of, the coincidences are just so strange. I mean, you had Lupita sitting there who is known for not having a lot of hair. And then you have, Pfizer has just announced that they're coming up with a cure or a treatment for alopecia right after this happened. And like I said, another coincidence, or I don't know what it is, but their names. Chris Rock really does sound like Christ the Rock. Will Smith, well, it is my will to be a Freemason or something like that. But like I said, whoever's nearby Chris Rock, I think watch him, because this was humiliation. This was triggering back to what he's already been through. He's already paying for a divorce. It's a lot. So, like before I said, hug an Aquarian. Now, see, this is I was not a big fan of either one of them. I was more closer to being a fan of Chris Rock just because he's an Aquarius. But generally, I mean, they're okay. I rewatched the show Good Hair, and I think that everybody who's saying that Chris Rock insulted black women needs to watch that film again. He did not insult black women. Everybody's not going to walk up and say, you're the most beautiful, loving kindness person I've ever met. No, he did not say that. But compared to what people are saying now about black women, he did not insult black women. At least not as much. Let me add that. And I do think he was sincerely trying to, in his film, Good Hair, I think he was really trying to say, well, if this is the culture and my daughters are going to grow up and get some fake hair on their head, let me at least see what the hair is made of. And let me also tell them that chemicals that black women in particular, are putting in their hair is dangerous. You can't even give him credit for that, because I think before that, nobody bothered to see what the effects of perm was on women's hair. So I think, yeah, this is, they're saying a humiliation ritual for Will Smith. No, Will Smith was sitting back in the audience laughing after he assaulted a man. He was not carried out. He was not censured. He got a standing ovation. So something is very strange about this, and I do think it works on both levels. I do think that this is probably a distraction from something way worse going on. But way worse, and that is on a larger scale. And I also think that this is possibly symbolic of something. And I don't think that a human could stage all these things at one time. A human could do it, but the ideal to do it, I think, is coming from someplace else. Like, everything comes from either the most high or the most low. And I think that this is definitely low. This is low. And it's sad. It's really sad. Where is people's empathy? This man just got humiliated. And I can almost understand the people at the award show, because it's kind of like, we don't know what to do. What's the person in front of me doing? They're standing up and applauding. Okay, I guess I'll stand up and applaud. Okay, people are followers like that. But the people making the video saying, well, he was protecting, Will Smith was protecting the honor of black women. Yeah, sure he was. His wife is a preference. She does not look like your regular black woman. She has fair skin and hazel eyes. She's not like what most black women look like. She is not the same phenotype. And if you look at Will Smith's wife before her, pretty much the same thing. He was not defending your average black woman. He simply was not. And as I said before, he fired his aunt, Viv, on his show and hired someone who was similar to in phenotype to his wife and his ex-wife. This man is not concerned about black women. He simply is not. So all this, I don't even understand this. This is just sad. It's sad for black America. It's sad for black women screaming that, oh, wow, he's looking out for us. Yeah, in your dreams. But in any case, you guys see this, it's got to have security around him. Have you considered now that you pretty much have ended comedy? That people, comedians can't say things anymore. If they look out and they want to crack a joke, they have to say, is it okay if I say this? I mean, and he already kind of did that. He said, yeah, Jada, I love you. You know, this is censorship. This is severe censorship. This is sad. And I also wonder, will it increase the insurance rates for comedians? Because now they have to have armed guards. You know, so it brings up a lot of different questions, a lot of different scenarios. But to me, like I said, anybody close to Chris Rock, keep an eye on him, because this man was publicly humiliated and people laughed at his humiliation. That is sad and it's sick. And then people are still defending the person who hit him and offering all kinds of condolences or what is it? Just offering all kinds of support to Will Smith. This doesn't make sense. It seems like if you feel that he is in the throes of a puppet master through his wife, well then I think that immediately after he slapped him, he should have been arrested. Maybe that would have been a wake-up slap for him, that defending your preference at the expense of someone who really didn't do that much to you, this is what you're going to get. And I think the second slap should be sue him. Get all the money to Chris Rock, sue him. Get all the money back that your ex-wife took. And, you know, maybe you might want to reconsider your lover preferences too. But these are just things to consider. Please excuse my voice. It doesn't wake up until, you know, maybe an hour from now. But I wanted to get this out to you. And this is something to think about. But look at the world we're in. Good grief, how can you call this anything but the last days? And you guys have a great rest of your day.